Interested in getting one? Click on Get Offer and get your own digital business card today.
Do you think a lot of people in our community need to speak and expose that?
Big time. Big time. I think especially in our culture,
Yeah.
mental health is something that I think is taboo. It's not talked about enough. Where, because we've been a resilient people. So it's just like, muscle through this, get through this, get through this. You're going to get through it.
Yeah.
And that's fine to be resilient. However, this right here, if you're not properly nurturing that, it's going to wear you down at some point.
Yeah.
And I think it's just, and that's another reason why I'm so adamant about it too, because not a lot of people that look like me are talking about this very same thing.
Yeah. And I mean, that's always my mantra as well. It's like humanity needs to heal. If I could put that on a banner somewhere for everybody to see, it's that humanity needs to heal. But that if we as a people, melanated people of African descent, Black people, whatever you want to call us, but if we begin our healing journey and really begin to focus on, the freedom of the mind and the freedom of the spirit, really, at the end of the day, that something phenomenal will happen if we all begin to engage in that kind of process and heal ourselves, right? Because the healing is essential in order for us to leapfrog to the next level.
Bonjour, Mireille Lavinana du cabinet MLT Avocat. Dernièrement, j'ai été interpellée à la question de savoir que veut dire MLT Avocat. Pourquoi un autre cabinet d'avocats à Montréal? J'y ai pensé et je veux partager avec vous. MLT, pourquoi? M pour mouvement, parce que nous sommes une société en perpétuel mouvement. Comme entrepreneurs, vous grandissez et nous grandissons avec vous. Étant également des entrepreneurs, notre cabinet grandit. Alors nous sommes en mouvement. Nous sommes également en mouvement parce qu'à chaque année, nous devons revoir nos compétences, nous améliorer afin de pouvoir répondre mieux à vos besoins. Alors oui, nous sommes en mouvement avec vous. Le R pour liberté. Votre liberté dépend de vous et pas de quelqu'un d'autre, comme la nôtre. Il a fallu que nous décidons de quitter du 9 à 5 pour nous lancer en affaires. Alors, nous partageons également cette passion pour l'entrepreneuriat avec l'ensemble de nos clients. Le T pour transition. Nous sommes la transition entre vous et la réalisation de vos objectifs. Alors, si vous voulez un cabinet pour vous servir, n'hésitez pas, appelez-nous. Nos contacts se trouvent dans la description juste ci-dessus. Ou alors, envoyez-nous tout simplement un courriel et nous nous ferons un plaisir de vous répondre. À la prochaine.
Welcome to the digital age, where having a website is essential for any business. But with so many devices and screen sizes, how can you ensure your website looks great on every device? Introducing Responsive Website Design. Upgrade to responsive website design today, and give your customers the best online experience possible. With responsive design, your website automatically adjusts to the screen size of the device it's being viewed on. No more zooming in and out, or scrolling left and right. Your website will always look great, no matter the device. Get a free consultation. Contact us today at Mainstream Digicom.
Peace, Hotep. Thank you for giving us this opportunity to introduce the OFC. We're grateful to you, God our Creator, and the ancestors for bringing us together. We ask that the spirits of love, light, unity, and wisdom continue to guide us in fulfilling our goals. So what is the OFC? The OFC is an acronym that stands for One Full Circle. We are the melanated community resource hub and network. Our slogan? Think of us first for all your community and business needs. For our structure, we are a social economy enterprise. For those who are new to the term, that means that we are a nonprofit organization generating our own revenue to fulfill our mission. Our mission is to empower the melanated community against discrimination and social exclusion by bridging the gap between the French and English-speaking melanated communities, and by providing social and economic stability to our community by providing our members with access to culturally adapted resources and business support. So in other words, we're empowering our members by uniting the French and English-speaking melanated communities and by serving as a culturally adapted 411 and Google for them to access information and receive the support they need to thrive. If you need more information, the next video will explain what to expect when joining the OFC community. Well, this is it. This is the OFC in a nutshell. Think of us first for all your community and your business needs. Peace and much blessings. Awesome. So there's not another video, but it is us live in the flesh to tell you what to expect when joining the OFC. So grand rising, everybody. Glad to have you all with us this morning. So welcome to another OFC Weekly. For those who do not know, OFC Weekly is where we get together on a weekly basis to be able to support each other in our business, in life, to encourage each other, and to get resources where needed, and just to hear what's going on within the community. This whole initiative came to being because of a collaboration that we have with the BNI. BNI stands for Business Networking International. They're the largest business networking platform on the planet. And so we were blessed to be able to create a collaboration with them. And one of the things that we really liked about the BNI network is their structure. They do have a very rigid structure where they get together on a weekly basis, similar to what we do here. But at the same time, we understand that not everybody, one, is BNI ready, and not everybody's interested in becoming members of BNI. Is why we created this space, which is like a launching pad or a step before for those who are interested. For the difference with us is that we're able to support individuals as well as organizations, and our meetings are open to even just students and people who just want to participate just to listen. Different than BNI, you do need to be at a certain point in your business. You have to be ready to scale, and you have to be really disciplined about where you're at in your business. We are blessed to have a couple of our OFC BNI members with us as well, and they'll have an opportunity to introduce themselves in a bit. But so different than the regular conventional BNI sessions, we get together on a weekly. First off, we start our sessions. As you guys see, we start off with an audio book club. It goes from technically 6:45 till 7:30. We start off with some a motivational clip, and then we go into our audio book club. We're currently listening to the 5 a.m. club, which is exceptional just for getting a handle on disciplining yourself in terms, just disciplining yourself, getting up early in the morning and mastering your day and controlling your life. Then we go into our sessions where we have our teachable moment from Coach Ken, where he takes the opportunity to let you guys know about a cool little nugget, a takeaway that could help to enhance your life in business and at times in your personal life as well. Then we do our roundtable where we have our affiliates introduce themselves. Our affiliates are partners of the OFC, the members we are here to support and encourage, and they're also here to support you all in terms of members and individuals of the community. Then we have our Tuna tab with the rest of our community members. Again, it could be individuals, business owners, heads of organizations, or even just family members who just want to be present just to hear what's going on, or just who want to share or ask questions about something that's going on in their life. Again, we are here to support each other. When we have guests, we then give the guests an opportunity to introduce themselves, let them introduce themselves, let us know how we could support them, but then also for them to let us know what they're looking to get out of the community, and let us know a little bit more about themselves. Then I share some updates on what's going on within the community. And then we usually have a featured guest. We don't have a featured guest for today. Actually, we had a bit of a scheduling, but he's going to be with us next week. And our featured guest is Louis Edgar, who is the president of the FACE Coalition and the executive director at the Group Concept. So we're going to be blessed to have Louis Edgar with us next week, who's going to be sharing about this really powerful national initiative that they have going on. And it's great to be able to have him connecting with us. He is an OFC member. He's a very, very busy individual, but it's great that he takes the time to connect with the community in this way. So we'll be able to hear what he has going on, and we'll be able to connect with him directly. And then we'll close up our and then after our featured guests, we normally close up our session. So today, depending on the energy, depending on how it goes, because we don't have a featured guest, I will share just some I'll expand. Okay, Ken
Santa Ken is here with gifts.
Ken has gifts. Awesome. So I will expand a little bit in terms of what to expect for 2024 when I'm giving the updates, and also just letting you guys know next week is going to be our last session for 2023, as we're going to be off on the 26th, and we're also going to be off in the first week of January. So then we'll be back. Actually, I'll have news for you guys next week, but we might be taking the first quarter off. Actually, we might only be coming once we have our last session next week, depending on my board meeting this week. We might be coming back in April, guys. We might be taking a couple of months off, and that's because we're doing some restructuring within the OFC. So don't worry, you'll still be engaged. You'll still hear and feel the OFC, but we might not be meeting on this weekly session. But we still have our OFC BNI meeting. So for those who do want to participate and still want to network and connect, we can still create opportunities for you guys to come in as guests in our OFC BNI chapters. All right. Cool. So that was an extended introduction this morning. So without further ado, let's dive in. Ken, with the teachable moment, please.
Yes, my teachable moment. I want to go back to last week's teachable moment, because what I was offering everybody was a year-end review. And it's a great time to think about this. You know, we look back, another year over, and look what we've done. Well, most of us don't have a tool to think about that and how to take notes and take stock of the lessons learned and the things that we've done. And that's why I created this wonderful template for you guys called the Blue Ocean of Possibilities. It's a review of 2023 and plan for 2024. And it consists of, it's 8 pages. It says, list some of the high points, 2023 in the rear view mirror, and list some of the low points. On the next page, it says, list some of the things you feel you accomplished, and list some of the disappointments or regrets you experienced. And we continue. And then we think about what are some of the lessons we learned, because we don't want to repeat the same mistakes of the things that we did in the past in 2023. In moving forward, we want to become more productive, more effective. And then we need to think about our plan for the next 12 months. Woohoo! Moving forward, what are the 5 most important things you want to accomplish? And we have to talk about the GPS I always talk about, your goal planning system. We need to now start defining goals and setting up specific tasks and deadlines and focusing. And what are the action steps you need to take to achieve your 5 goals? What are those things? So this is what the template is all about. What do you need to do differently? Wow. And last, the most important thing is by taking the time to fill out this amazing template that I've created for you until one is committed, like our narrator says in the 5 o'clock book club, until one is committed, there's hesitancy. Whatever you do or dream of, you can do it by beginning it. And that's how we can become more successful. And this is that wonderful template that I want to share with everybody. I sent, Pharaoh, I sent that, Santa Ken sent you a copy of it. But if people send me an email, K Ingram, so KINGRAM at TACRESULTS.com, I'll be happy to send it to you free and happy to review it. I know Stephen has already sent me his, and my goodness gracious, he put so much work into it. I'm so impressed. I'm so impressed, Stephen, with the work you did, because I truly believe you're on the right track for success. Thank you so much for sharing that with me. I really do appreciate it. But everybody, if you get with the program, these tools are amazing and they will help you immensely. And they're free. Santa Ken's giving you a gift.
Ken, I appreciate it. Thank you for sharing that. And actually, what I'm thinking, we can, once we do our round table and looking at the time, seeing we don't have a featured guest, maybe we could take a moment and we could do a little exercise where we could share screen, look through the questions.
Yeah, share the screen. I'll
Okay.
share the screen with everybody. You'll
Okay.
see what this wonderful, amazing tool is all about.
Amazing. And Dr. Williams just asked you to send it
Oh,
to her
ho,
too.
ho, ho, ho.
Awesome. Ken, thank you so much. I think that's good. That'll be a great exercise. And just understanding, because and anyways, we'll go into it at the end, because I'm actually curious to understand like the like the value. Like I want to understand, like, by doing this recap, what do we stand to gain from doing this recap? But let's talk about it at the end. All right. So thank you for that, Ken. And actually, let me give you the floor right now. You know what I forgot when I was doing my intro, as I was thinking about it? One, to remind everybody, we have a minute and a half when we're doing our talks, and that our sessions are recorded. So to remember to say your contact information when you're introducing yourself, and remember to connect with each other. So share your contact info if you haven't done it already, so you guys can connect with each other. And to remember that our meetings are completely bilingual. So please feel free, s'il vous plaît, gênez-vous pas de vous exprimer dans la langue de votre choix. Si nécessaire, on va traduire, so please feel free to express yourself in the language of your choice, and if necessary, we will translate. Sorry, I forgot about the housekeeping stuff. All right, keeping it moving. Ken, actually, if you seeing you still have the mic, if you want to take your minute, a minute and a half, just to introduce yourself now and the services that you offer to the community.
Well, people know me as Santa Ken. They also know me as Uncle Ken. Wow, what do? I'm a professional business trainer. Think of me as a springboard to help you get that leg up, get that slight edge over your competitors. What do we talk about when we talk about business training? Well, experience is an expensive trainer as well, because you're going to pay for it one way or the other. But you can shorten your learning curve by doing some business training. Some of us have gotten into business and we've never studied how to sell. Sales skills are really important as an entrepreneur. And what about strategy? We think we're asking ourselves the right questions, but maybe we're not. And as we grow our businesses, leadership becomes a really, really important issue. Imagine for the moment, I'm Santa Claus. I've got all these elves working for me. If I'm not showing great leadership, they're all going to leave me. And who's going to build all the toys? Me? It would take way too long. Everybody needs help. If we can do it right, we can have a gold medal financial year. My goal and objective is to teach you how to do it right, how to get that slight edge over your competitors. My phone number, 514-668-2320. I'm closer than the North Pole. Or you can reach me at Ingram, KINGRAM at TACRESULTS.com. Call me. Free meeting with Santa Claus. Santa Claus has got lots of gifts and presents for everyone. Ho, 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 ho. Merry Christmas.
Thank you, Ken. As usual, coming with the energy that we appreciate. Keep up the great work, and thank you for bringing a vibe. Dr. Williams, thank you for popping by the screen. You are up.
Yeah, I knew that. You noticed I put myself, I had to say, Ken, what are you going to do to top this off next week and our last week before Christmas?
Right.
I just had to ask that question.
You'll have
I'm
to
like,
tune in to find out.
Oh, I guess I will. I'm like, okay.
Big hugs to everybody.
Okay, so hi, I'm Dr. Williams, and I'm president of a company called blackbiblio.com. We have been around for almost 20 years at this point, but our products have been available for about the last 8. And we have wonderful products. You can even consider them Christmas doables, if you will. We have some collector's cards, decks of cards, which you can get from Pharaoh or contact me. We have them in French and in English. They're great Christmas stocking stuffers. Oh, I love saying that without twisting. And in the new year, it would be absolutely wonderful to consider your company as supporting a cause. And the cause is to help change this country's narrative about Black people. And that's what my products are all about. So I don't have no idea if I'm close or not, but it is imperative that I can't do this alone.
Mhm.
It's going to require a network, both of businesses, organizations, families, allies, supporters of different ilks. Everybody has got to be in the game. That pressure needs to build, and we need to get the word out there that it's time for us to start making a difference, putting our money where our mouths are, or putting our mouths where our money is. I don't know. Anyway.
Yes.
So that's sort of my push today. I want you all to consider that. And I'm very serious. We have a great Christmas stocking stuffer for nieces, nephews, children, grandchildren, and I think we'll have a ball. And you won't even have to tell them what to do with it. They will get so excited when they see this, see the deck of cards with 26 characters from Canada's Black history, and they will go wild with it.
I can attest to that. Thank you, Dr. Williams. And actually, as you guys know, I homeschool, so I'm homeschooling Nzinga right now, and she goes through the pack of cards to pick out which character we're going to study for Black history.
Really?
Yeah, she loves it. We're about to do we're doing Chad this week. Actually, she picked it out last week.
Oh, okay. Interested in women, are we?
Yeah, well, that's her thing. And I was like, why her? She's like, she's pretty. I like her.
I think say why her.
I think Chad is wearing a necklace or something. Like she said something. It was so random. I was like, why her? She was like, she's pretty. I like her. I was like, all right, that's reasonable.
Well, that's the point, eh? I tell people when you get the cards, don't try to love all 26. Find the ones that kind of go ooh inside of you. You'll share that ooh with others.
That's really what it is. So, so that I'm excited, but it's a great tool. She's 6 years old. She's going through it, and she gets to pick what character she gets to learn about. I strongly encourage everybody, if you have not gotten your hands on a pack yet, definitely either connect with the OFC or connect with Dr. Williams. And Dr. Williams, I don't know if you're available, but I'd love to have you come in as a guest, either one of our OFC BNI chapter meetings. Like we have them on Thursdays from 11:30 to 1. And if you're available, it'd be awesome, especially now that you have the things going on for the holidays. It would be great.
January's fine. I finished teaching this week.
Okay.
So January looks good.
Yeah. All right. So then we'll follow up for then.
Let's do it in January before my February calendar. Calendar gets full, and then it gets crazy.
Beautiful. Good. So noted. And so we will make a note. She love it in case I forget. All right. She love remind me we want Dr. Williams to come in January. Thank you for that. Next, let's keep it moving. All right. So let's go now into our OFC BNI chapter members. So first off, we have our brother She Love. Grand Rising King, thank you for being with us again.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother. Yes, my name is Shilov. So what I do is that I help entrepreneur to make a good impression online by providing them with a website that reflects their identity. I assist the entrepreneur who are eager to increase their sale, and creating helping them create a newsletter specifically designed to showcase what they offer to their target audience. And what I like to say is that I help them transform the people that come to the website from curious to customers.
Nice.
So if you I'm at your disposal to have a quick chit chat. You can reach me at 514-891-7866. 514-891-7866. You can call me, leave me a message, or send me a message through WhatsApp, for example. Thank you.
Amazing. Thank you, brother. And I had a question. I was introducing your services to somebody, and they were asking if you now forgive my ignorance because I'm not sure exactly how this works, but they're explaining that you could be building with a template, and you could be building like from code, or like building the site like structure, like I don't know, building the site from scratch. Like, I don't know if there's a difference, or like, I don't know how to explain the difference, but the person was asking, and I was like, I'm not sure. I'll ask.
Um, yeah, some people do that. I would say the best thing would be to give me to ask the person, you can, if you give me their info so I can call them. So I can
Okay,
reach them.
I definitely will do that. But I was also curious just for my own understanding too.
No, we don't do that anymore. We don't, maybe only for specific things,
Okay.
but there's no point doing that way. That's the hard way. It's
Like
like,
building it from scratch kind of thing is.
yeah, that's the hard way. There's no point doing this. It's like, some people do that, but it's like, instead of using your computer like you use it right now, you say, oh, I want to go back to DOS, right? I want to I want to use DOS and so on and so forth.
Okay.
But there's still code that you may use for specific needs, right? But you don't want to do everything from scratch with code. You don't. Well, or maybe if you want to, you can do that for specific things, but
I do.
don't do that.
Okay, thank you. Okay, now I understand the difference. Thank you for that analogy. So the difference between DOS and how we're using our computers nowadays. Okay, good. So thank you for that, my brother. I appreciate you and looking forward to connecting with that member as well. Brother Stephen Walker, Grand Rising King.
Hello. So, I'm Stephen Walker, massage muscle medic. The reason I'm here right now, if you were listening earlier, we were talking about the differences, the different types of massage. Most people are familiar with one type of massage, and that's massage from Swedish massage. That kind of massage is usually done in spas by massage therapists who are acting as massage specialists. The reason we call them massage specialists is because when you work in a spa, for instance, you're limited in what you can do. You're limited in how you can provide support to clients. And you've seen it for yourself. If you've ever gone to a spa, they don't even ask you for health forms. They only ask you things such as, would you prefer a male or a female? These are some of the things that we're trying to change with regards to massage therapy to ensure that people are getting the most for their dollar when they come to get a massage. I currently am that type of person. I'm working with the FQM, the Fédération Québec de Massothérapeutes, and the objective is to make to ensure that the quality of massage therapists coming out are able to do the job as therapists and essentially raise awareness to the community. So I would encourage anybody who's dealing with any kind of anxiety, who's dealing with any kind of physical afflictions or pathologies that they're not too familiar with. I would even recommend individuals who have issues that they want to take to a doctor, but they're not sure about what to expect because the doctor keeps giving them the same kind of pills for the same thing. Have a conversation with a massage therapist, myself included, and let's talk about that. Let's talk about what we can do to help you improve your quality of life. So that's what I have to offer. I'll be putting my information in the chat. Thank you.
Amazing, but actually just quick, if you could also just say your contact info for anybody who might be listening after the fact.
Right, so you can reach me at tamperstudios.com. That's TAMPERSTUDIOS. And you can also contact me at 613-893-2397. Promotions will be coming up, so if you follow me on Instagram at Stephen.Walker1080p, you can have access to some of the promos that I'll be pushing out for the rest of for the year 2024.
Amazing, thank you, Brother Walker. And I have two connections for you. So one is a Sister Rianne. I think I recently gave her your contact, but I also share her contact with you. She is the director at the Black Community Resource Center, the BCRC. Are you familiar? So they have a health initiative. So I sit on a panel with them where they have brought together all the health professionals that primarily deal with mental health throughout the province of Quebec, English and French. I actually started the a national one as well that I had connected them to. But there's a conference that they're working on that's going to be coming up in McGill in sometime in January. And so she had asked if I could refer her some people who work within the realm of health. So I had brought you up as well. But I also provide you with the contact so that you could follow up. Also, I sent you the link for David Archer.
Yeah.
So now I already mentioned you to him as well. So you have his on his website. You could reach out. You could say Pharaoh referred me. I could also give you his email as well. But I already mentioned him to you as well. But you, like, as you see, you could see what he does. Like, he's awesome. He has some great books. I'm looking forward to having him. Thank you for is actually Fred and Janet that reminded me to connect to brother Archer, David Archer, and so we connected last week. All right, so those are the referrals I have for you. If you want those direct contacts, and let me know. Like I said, I've already connected them to you, but I could also provide you with their emails. So just let me know offline, and I'll connect you.
Thank you.
My pleasure. All right, brother Fred, Grand Rising, and shout out. Thank you, Fred, for that idea to reach out to David. The conversation was great.
Okay, good. I'm glad you guys hooked up. Hi, good morning. Good morning, Santa. You're looking great. Good morning, everyone. My name is Fred Cox, and my wife and I, Janet Cox, we have a business called Liquid Green Products. We are makers of the world's best eco-superior, non-toxic green cleaning products for your home, your car, your pets, you name it, you can get it. And this week, the month of December, as a matter of fact, has been extremely busy for us. We've been attending trade shows, getting some good orders coming in, even from Africa. We've got a pretty, solid offer came in a couple of days ago, and I'm just in the process of putting that together to ship out. And we have got a lot of testimonials from people who have bought from us recently, new and old customers. And here's one I'm going to read for you from, this is a customer who bought from us at the Black Queens Christmas Expo. And it says, "Hey ladies, I bought these non-toxic products at the recent Durham Queens Christmas Market event. I could not be happier. Purchased a multi-purpose cleaner and fruit and veggie wash last Saturday and was so happy with the results. I went back on Sunday to purchase some products for my parents. Unfortunately, they were gone when I went on Sunday, but was able to contact them through contact info on the bottles. Haven't tried the stain remover yet, but if it is as good as the other products, I would not be disappointed. No smell to the cleaner at all, no aftertaste to the fruit and veggie wash. If you're looking for non-toxic products, I would highly recommend this line. Visit info@liquidgreenproducts.com or call 905-554-7336 to place your order." That was a very powerful testimonial.
That's great.
That's the kind of thing that we've been getting of late. And folks, if you have not tried the fruit and vegetable wash to clean your fruits and vegetables, you need to either speak to Pharaoh or visit our website at liquidgreenproducts.com. This is a remarkable product. We've been hearing from a lot of customers who are saying they've used other fruit and vegetable wash, but it leaves an aftertaste. And once they've tried this, there's no aftertaste. This does not just clean your product, it slows down the ripening process. And that's why it's called a preserver, right? Because as fruits ripen, it gives off a gas. And so what this does is slows down that process so it lasts a little longer, right? Stays fresh a little longer, right? And that's it.
That is amazing.
You can contact us.
Where do I send my testimony? I would like to, is that in Google?
You can send it to us and we will post it.
Okay.
Right?
Yeah, because I'm a huge fan. Actually, I just recently ran out of the vegetable clean, and I wanted to know if I could use the other cleaner to clean my vegetables.
Yes, you could, but it's preferred to use the fruit and veggie wash.
Yeah, I kind of do as well.
Even though the ingredients are the same, the formulation is different.
That's what I remember you explaining to me as well, that I should. All right, cool. All right, so we'll talk about that. Maybe actually, I still have to go pick up the order from the grocery store, so maybe I don't know if they have any veg clean there, fruits and veg clean there, but I know I got some running around I gotta go do. Hopefully I get this done before the holidays.
Okay.
Matter of fact, let me write that in right here in my long to-do list that I had to write down the other day. That's
yeah, and just in case for those who are listening or are going to be listening later, you can visit us at liquidgreenproducts.com or send us an email at info@liquidgreenproducts and we'll get your order out to you.
Awesome. Thank you, brother Fred. Thanks for the great work that you guys are doing. And yeah, so definitely we'll take care of that and following up.
Oh,
Okay.
Pharaoh, one
Yes.
other thing. You can send your testimonial to the OFC Super Hub.
Okay.
Right. Send it through there.
Good. All right. Let me make a quick asterisk there.
And a Merry Christmas to everyone.
Yes, thank you. Happy Kwanzaa to everybody as well. So good. Send testimonial. Cool. To Fred. Awesome. Sister Kemba, Grand Rising Queen. Oh, are you listening today? Oh, sorry. I'm not sure if you said you're listening today. I'm not. I haven't been checking the chat. Hey, brother Akeem. Grand Rising, brother Akeem. Nice having you here, and nice having you here, sis.
Sorry,
Good morning.
I was listening and my hands were wet. I couldn't get the phone to open up. I apologize. I am listening. How is everybody?
Very good, very good. Glad having you here, Queen.
Good, good. Merry Christmas to everybody. I thought that maybe this might be one of the last before the holidays and I should come on and say hello. I haven't been on too many times, so just saying hello and wishing everyone the best for the holidays and everything. Are we meeting again next week?
Next week is the last, and actually I was just mentioning that we might be going on a bit of a hiatus. So well, I'm gonna know by this week, by tomorrow technically, but we might be taking the first quarter off and coming back in April. So tomorrow might be the last meeting, and then we'll be off for a couple of weeks. But we will have substitutes because members are welcome to come in as guests on our OFC BNI meetings that we do there on Thursdays from 11:30 to 1. And you know, so it's a similar networking, but it's a little more structured. You know, and so it's similar but a little bit different, but that'll be an alternative that we'll have over the next couple of weeks while we do some switching up and changing up within the OFC.
It is a new year for renewal and change. I get it. So
Yeah, it is. It's that kind of season. I'll share a little bit when I actually in a couple of moments when I share some updates that's coming down the pipeline, so you guys have an idea what are some of the changes you guys are going to be expecting. All righty. So thank you, Queen. And well, do you want to let people know what you do? Just you know, just for
Thank you. So we are a real estate investment and coaching business called the Keen Real Estate Group. Myself and my business partner. We've been at this for a couple of years now, in addition to our own personal investing and development work that we're doing. We also offer some property management in the Toronto area. If you're interested in learning more about how you can invest, put your money to work, whether it's actively or passively, you can reach out to us at keengroup.ca or my number 416-821-5765. Yeah, that's it. That's us.
Thank you, Queen. Good.
You're welcome.
Awesome. Hey, brother Akeem, glad to have you here with us this morning. How are you doing, my brother?
I'm doing well, thank you. Thanks for having me. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good. It's my pleasure. My pleasure. And Akeem, you want to let us know what you do? You want to share with the community?
Yes, of course. My name is Akeem Knowles. I'm the manager of administration and research at Dunpierre Barnett and Company Canada. We are a management consulting and technology firm, and we specialize in collecting and disseminating, analyzing data, and the data is on diverse populations globally, including Black, Indigenous, and people of color. So that's kind of what we do.
Good, thank you, and thank you for being here. So I know you are part of the Dunpierre group.
Correct.
All right. So yeah. So Dr. Pierre has that. We've done some great work with Dr. Pierre, and looking forward to continue to collaborate with him. So thank you for being here, man, and we appreciate it. And is there anything that we can do to support you? This is your first time coming here, so we meet on a weekly basis. So you are welcome to participate on a weekly. We're here to just to share and to encourage each other. Is there anything that we can support you with?
Not necessarily at the moment. I'm just using the time to really learn and just sit in and soak up anything that I can.
Amazing. Awesome. We're glad to have you here.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Cool. So, all right. So let me dive in. So, again, just to reiterate, as you guys know, we are the OFC. So we are considered a super hub. So we serve a network currently of over 16,000 subscribers. We have individuals, businesses, or families and organizations that we serve within the network. We've been doing this now going on 14 years. And the whole purpose of the OFC was really as you needed anything. It was think of us first for all your community and your business needs. And we encourage people to come to the OFC and we would support you and encourage you. And if needed, we would connect you with other people within the network. Our strength is really when people come to us for different products and services, we refer them to the businesses and organizations within the community. So that is us in a nutshell. And we always encourage people, if you know somebody who could benefit from this type of community support, encourage them, introduce them to myself, invite them to the OFC, invite them to a weekly, just so they can get a feel of what to expect. Let me give you guys just some quick updates in terms of what is coming down the pipeline, and I'll go into a little more detail next week. I'll just plant a little seed now. We'll go into more detail next week. But just letting you guys know some of the changes. So one of the things that we've been coining behind the scenes is having the OFC evolve into becoming a community of excellence. So now what that means is that we're going to be streamlining our service offerings. We're on the verge of completing a partnership actually with one of the organizations I mentioned earlier, which is the Black Community Resource Center. Because they also have a mandate to kind of generally serve the community, right? And they do a little bit of everything. They are a resource center. So what we're doing is we're collaborating with them so that when people come to us for just the regular, day-to-day, they need this and that, we'll be able to refer them to one of our partners that could support them in that way. What we're going to be focusing on is enhancing the lives of the people who are within the OFC and making the OFC more of an action sport and less of a background activity. So what do we mean by that is that there's going to be a certain level of engagement that's going to be required to participate within the OFC. It's like when we started years ago, it was like that. The meetings were almost mandatory. Like we'd have full houses, and this is when we used to meet in person. We'd have full house meetings, people coming out just to network and to meet each other. And as time progressed, like we got a little complacent with it, and it was just like, it was optional. If you come, you don't want to come, or whatever be the case. But because of where we want to go with the community, it's important that we bring back that level of, I almost want to say, that level of discipline and that level of commitment and engagement within the community to ensure that we get the success that we're looking for, that we're looking to help you all to get as well. And it's not going to be that big of a change, but there's going to be certain things, like, for example, like when we have affiliates within the OFC, and you guys stay tuned, the reason why we're going to be taking a bit of a hiatus, because we will be doing a lot of meetings, a lot of engagement, a lot of program development, because a lot of our affiliates have amazing products and services, amazing workshops that they host, but it's like pulling teeth to get the members to participate, and that should not be the case. So what we're doing, and even getting members to support and encourage each other, like we find that we're doing too much pulling and pushing. It's like when people join the OFC, it's important that they understand when you join the OFC, you're joining because you want more out of life. You want to enhance, you want to evolve. And if we're creating opportunities and connecting with great service providers and teachers, and you're not attending the workshops, we have a disconnect there. So we're going to be setting up certain things where the participating in the workshops are going to be somewhat mandatory for people. You'll have a certain grace period where you're able to miss a couple of workshops throughout the year. But once we implement them, we plug it into the network, it's going to be required that you attend. We are going to be working to ensure that the members can participate at discounted rates, or even as an organization, we'll see we could offset some of the costs for some of the workshops, but it is going to be mandatory for people to participate. And again, it's because we're putting these things together to help you all to evolve in what you're doing. The other thing too is that we're opening up the memberships to making them family memberships. But we say that now, but we're going to be let's just, for lack of a better term, imposing that a little bit more. So what we mean by family memberships is we do want to know who your spouse is. We do want to know who your children are. It's important that they know who we are as well. And in the event that you cannot attend the meeting, your spouse can attend in your in your place, because the idea is for the information to come back to the household. And this is really important for us because, again, coming full circle, when we started, this was one of the main things of the network, is that we used to get together as families. We used to actually have a thing where the members would come as families and we'd have a dinner once a month. And the whole culture of the OFC kind of got diluted, and we're looking to bring that kind of essence back. Now we are larger and we have members a little bit all over the place, so that luxury of getting together on a monthly and breaking bread we can't necessarily do, but being able to see each other is and connecting with each other is going to be vital as we move forward as a collective. So these are just some of the things that are coming down the pipeline, and it's important that you guys know it's coming, and we're going to be getting requesting feedback and stuff from you guys as well. And like I said, a lot of you guys will be seeing a lot of me, because I will be connecting with each one of you guys. I have a lot of members. I'll be reaching out with all you guys. One second. Yeah, so it's yeah, I'll be calling, Zooming, WhatsApping, but the point is, yes, Ken. Ken, are you saying that
Ken will be calling as well.
I know, yes. Well,
Uncle Ken.
Yes, Ken. Well, because Ken is playing a particular role as well, because we have what we're doing with the community as a whole, and then we're also, there's certain things that we're refining when it comes to the business community as well. But just so you guys know that the structure and the look of the OFC is going to change. The amount of members that we have is going to drop drastically. Just giving you guys a heads up, but we're excited about it because we're more focused on quality than quantity as we're moving forward. Yes, Sister Kemba, you have a question?
I love it. I think it's amazing to sort of bring the families in and to have everybody sort of committed to the concept of the OFC. So I think that's a great idea, and I'm looking forward to it. I see my little family in Toronto maybe struggling to make it to live events.
Right.
But at the same time, I know my kids sometimes even want to jump on these calls because in the morning when I'm trying to get them ready. So I do really love the concept of bringing the family in. As a person, a woman in business, I balance that, where the family can come in and join. So I do applaud the OFC for taking that direction. I think I just wanted to give my 5 cents. I haven't heard it all. I'm sure there is a plan for the Toronto crew or those who are not local to the Quebec region.
Yes.
But looking forward to hearing more.
Awesome. Thank you for that encouragement. It's been yeah, and it's something like they say, it's like we got very, I have to say, me personally, as the director and the founder of this, I started getting very uncomfortable where the OFC was going. It's like it was growing, but as it grew, we realized that a lot of people didn't understand the value or understand the core values of the OFC anymore. Like they didn't understand necessarily why they're a part of it. Even simple things like just following each other on social media and liking each other's things. Like it's like that should be, as people join, like we should want to be doing those things because we're here to support and encourage each other. It shouldn't be like a task where we're like, did you guys follow each other yet? Did you support each other yet? Like it started becoming really, really annoying and energy draining. And that's not what the OFC was created for. It was really like, you should be excited to be part of this community. There's it's a give and take, so as you give the energy, we're here to give it to you as well. But yeah, we're really looking forward. So we're going to be connecting almost everybody within the OFC, giving them the opportunity, explain to them where we're going. Those who have workshops, we're going to be looking to implement the workshops as something that as a fabric of the OFC. So we'll work it into our calendars and different things like that. And again, like when it comes to the business community, we're going to be setting the bar. And also, just so you guys know why this is really important to us is, as you guys know, our mandate has always been to set up a foundation for our future generation. So why this thing became so alarming to me is because I realized that all this time that we've been spending, we do not have a foundation for our youth. Like no matter, because it's like the members of the OFC have over the time have not become solid enough to sustain the next generation coming up. And that was very troubling for me, because the whole purpose of why we created this was to ensure that when the youth needed somebody or something, they could come to the community and get it. And what started, I wasn't sure, because I'm seeing we had experienced some things, even adults trying to get support from each other, and it wasn't successful. So God forbid a youth needs us and we're not in the right state. Okay, so just, and again, I'm being very transparent so you guys understand why this was important. It is because like this is beyond just us. It is really important that we establish these kind of foundations. And that was the other reason why we even said we're missing the mark by not having families involved and having the youth involved, because if the youth don't know us and we don't know them, and when it's time for them to get work, when it's time for them to get stages, like they should know who to call. They should know they could call uncle this or auntie that, and know who within the community that they could connect to be able to get that support. And we should be able to recognize them outside. Like we should be able to be outside and recognize, hey, that's so-and-so's daughter, that's so-and-so's son, right? And that's where we need to come back to as a community. So that's why, you know, and coming full circle, that's why we're doing these changes. And it's going to be a bit of not a bit, it's going to be some hard work. We're prepared to do it because the sacrifice that we're making now is going to be the benefits for later. So that's it in a nutshell. So just letting you guys know what's coming down the pipeline. It's going to be exciting. It's going to be some changes. Thank you guys. Thank you for the encouragement. Thank you for the support. But I'm really looking forward to it. So now, Ken, so we have like 6 minutes left. So do you want to share the screen on your end and just show us the document and just let us know what it is? Or do you want me to share? I didn't open it on my end, but you're on mute, Ken. Let me know what's best for you. So guys, so for those who had missed that part at the beginning, so Ken has shared a document, and for anybody who doesn't have it, put your email in the chat, and Ken will send it to you. But basically, it's like a document to recap the year. And Ken and I had asked a question earlier to understand, like, what is the value of even doing this exercise?
So this is an 8-page document. I call it the Blue Ocean of Possibilities. It's a review of 2023, looking back, rearview mirror, and planning for 2024. So we get to the first sheet and it says, what are some of the high points that you experienced during 2023? So list 5. Then think some of the low points that you experienced as well. So this is in rearview mirror. You see the little mirror there?
Yeah.
Again,
Yes.
rearview mirror. What are some of the things you feel you accomplished? List some of the disappointments or regrets you experienced. So these are all about lessons learned and thinking about it and really going deep into your soul and saying, oh, wow. Because the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. And this is designed to get you to think about all those things and get you to start thinking about what do you need to do differently. So here we are. 2023 review mirror. So you've done the first two slides. Now you're up to what are some of the lessons learned? Some of the lessons learned. Moving forward. Wow. Let's start planning. Plan A, B, C, D, E, F, G. Let's plan for the next 12 months. Santa Claus, I got a plan for the next 12 months. I'm not finished on December 25th. I don't even have time to take a holiday, but I've got to keep moving forward. I've got to consider the 5 most important things I want to accomplish next year. And the planet's growing, right? There's even more children that I have to build toys for. Anyway, so I got to set deadlines. What do I do? Attract, whatever. So think about that. And then we go to the next slide. So I'm planning for next 12 months, 2024. We need some action steps. Make these tasks. Get specific. Think about what you really, really want. Plan goes to action. Dare to be different. What do you need to do differently? Differently. What, definition of insanity. What are we doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result? What do we need to do differently? Let's set some 5 goals. Prepare a weekly plan. Become more efficient. It's all the things we talk about in the 5 o'clock club. Whoa! Get with the plan. And lastly, my goodness gracious, well done. Well done. You've completed this great exercise. Actually, Stephen Walker did this for me last year, and he sent it to Santa Ken, and it's amazing the amount of work and time and energy he put into it. And I'm really, really proud of you, Stephen. Thank you so much. Well done. But remember, it's only the first step, because only when you're committed, until you're committed, there's hesitancy. Statistically mean that 80% you're more likely to succeed in achieving them by doing this little exercise. Simple things. I like simple things, and I'm sure you do as well. So whatever your dream, you can do, well, you got to begin it, because boldness is genius, power and magic in it. Hey, Merry Christmas to everybody. Oh, I'm going to be so busy flying around the world at 6,000 kilometers an hour just to get all the toys to all the children. I hope you're, if you don't fill out this template that I'm sending you, you're going to definitely be on my naughty list next year. So don't get there. Be nice. I love everybody. Merry Christmas.
Well, thank you for that, Ken. Wait, am I on or am I mute? Can you hear me?
Merry
Yes,
Christmas.
we can hear you.
Okay, good. So now, so from what I understood, so it's the purpose of doing this exercise is to visually see what you have gone throughout the year.
Reflect, yes.
And these challenges. So we just recorded our like our wrap up show for the Empower Hour, and we had to recap everything. Or the goal was to try to remember, like the year. I always find it a challenge because it's like when we're trying to recap the year, we're really just recapping the last 2 months that we could actually remember. Like,
this goes a little deeper.
Well, like, do you have tips, tricks? How do we dig?
You go back to your calendar, your agenda, and what did I do in January? What did I do in February? What did I do in March?
Just checking. Okay, that's a good point.
I'm going to tell you something, if I can, buddy. Here, that's a very good practice. I'm going to give you an example. Last Tuesday when we were on, it was December the 5th, and we were supposed to have known that it was our wedding anniversary. And we forgot it was our 44th year together.
Wow!
Gracious!
Right?
Wow!
And we both forgot, and it wasn't until about 8, maybe 9 o'clock that we were at the computer, and Janet said, "What day is today?"
Oh.
And I said, "It's the 5th," and she said, "It's our anniversary."
Yes, let's pop the champagne.
So
wow,
I'm definitely going to need that calendar, right?
Yeah, that is a great testimonial as we close up. That was great,
Yeah.
Ken. Thank you so much. Thank you for sharing that with us. Can you stop sharing your end? Do I have to stop?
Yeah,
sharing?
I can stop sharing. Oh,
okay, there we go. I got it. Thank you so much for that, Ken, and thank you for sharing that little thing, Fred. But congratulations, Fred and Janet, sending you guys mad love on your 44. So that is dope. And again, Ken, thank you for sharing the document. There's some people who put their email in the chat, so just make it a point to make sure you got those emails, and you could send them the document, and we could
well,
touch
this is
base
something
next week.
the OFC should send out to everybody.
They really should. You see, you're absolutely right. And this goes to what we're talking about.
So get a hold of Stephen and get it out, and I sent it to you by email.
Okay, cool. So we will make it a point. And I'll also double check here, just make sure everybody, specifically here, make sure everybody gets it. So with that, guys, I am always grateful to life, God, our creator, and our ancestors for making it possible for us to be able to meet and to connect. And I ask that life just continue to bless each and every one of you and your families, that and your businesses, that they continue to grow, so you could support yourself, your family, as well as your community. Hotep, amen, ashe, guys. Thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your day. Brother Sheila, if you want to stay on 1 second. Right.